Hello everybody, Darren here, and welcome back to episode 3 of my Anno 1800 Seasons of Silver Let's Play. Now in the previous episode we got given a very tough deadline to meet, but when all hope was lost we managed to take on a favor that gave us just what we needed to meet the next shipment. Today we're going to see the price of that favor, I presume, and then we're just going to keep working against the clock to try and meet these unscrupulous demands. Right, so in the last episode we had just left off, I wanted to get coffee going for the obreros. I'm just going to build 2 more blocks of them as well, just to encourage growth so that we can then get the hot sauce after that. Because currently we're at, well, if we look at one of these, yeah, we're waiting on coffee to be delivered. Now I just sent over a ship over to the other island, I think, yes, to drop off some fuel and I think to pick up the coffee. I'm just going to turn off some of these buildings. I'm going to get a lot more serious with things, and I'll probably be pausing it when I want to make some points and things, because we're against the clock all the time. The only way I can see myself even getting close to getting this, even the bronze medal in this, is if we really ratchet up the amount of production that we're going to be doing. So, I'm going to try and endeavor to do that. So, we have coffee beans here. We haven't got it fully irrigated yet, though. But we can connect up this portion there. And that should fill up a little bit better. Not amazing, but a little bit better. Just do something like that. We can add to it as it fills up more and more over time. Because it is raining right now, obviously. So that's fine. So how much coffee do we have? Can we bring over some right now? I'll probably wait until it gets to about 5 or 6. Then we'll bring over some coffee on this ship. We'll just turn it around right now. I noticed as well, we haven't got any ships up and running. We're going to have to start thinking about getting some smaller ships to kind of come between the islands, so we can get building over there. It's going to require 20 timber. We're going to have to wait for that. Okay. So, yeah, and having looked at things, I can also see that, like, well, ponchos is a bad idea. Linseed people in the comments are saying, yeah, you should just not bother with that. So, lessons have been learned this time around, I guess. So, another thing I'm going to do is just get building out here. We've got full up timber production here. Just get loads more houses. So, let's just do this. And just really start to spam. Because why not? We need as much workforce as possible. We want to build some new basins, collect as much water as we can. Let's just move these temporarily. I don't think the market's going to really have full range. Just put a bit more central. Cut that road there. Alright, cool. In you go. Hopefully, does this one have it? This has access to the market, so that's fine. Right. Oh yeah, they need a church. Otherwise they're going to be kind of unhappy, right? Let's pop a couple houses here. See if we can get a church slammed down in between there. So yeah, all semblance of making the place look nice has gone out the window, obviously. What else could we do? We could maybe get... Oh, we could bring the ponchos over. I told them not to use any. I guess you could turn that on. When you need a happiness boost, you could just turn on ponchos. Interesting. Yeah, we'll just bring it with us. And then what else could we take with us here? Not really sure. I don't really think there's anything else we could take with us. We just really need the coffee. 7. Let's just get the ball rolling on it. Let's go with 7. City status now town. Did we get our obreros? We did. So we want to get making coffee. And then hopefully we'll also get making hot sauce, right? Let's just brighten the day up a bit as well. Okay, so we have our sailing shipyard. We need more. The game gives you a bunch of sails in the beginning, and the other sails then can be made from linseed and linen. So we could try and make multiple ships a bit later, I guess. But even just to get a schooner up and ready, just going between the 2 islands would be kind of nice, you know. Okay, so they need coffee. So we're gonna need a coffee roaster. So let's just get one placed in some production area. Maybe trail this off this way. We'll connect up the road that way. And get coffee somewhere around there. I didn't even look at it, but what is our... 4 minutes and we have to deliver those 35 bars. Now, if I recall correctly, we were given 35, so we have 39 now. We're making them very slowly. We're saving up silver amalgam and coke. So we could get another building once we get more obreros, and then produce a little bit faster. A little bit. And how's the fuel situation and all of that? That's okay as well. Okay. So... while we're getting the extra workforce out here, they've grown tremendously. We can start thinking about getting goats and tortillas and stuff up here. So they need a tortilla maker. And they would need a goat farm. And I'm just going to extend the road network a bit further back. And see if we can use some of this. So let's just go with a goat farm wherever. Doesn't really matter. Well, it does matter. Actually, everything matters in this, but it doesn't matter. It's not going to matter to me. Like, it's... The thing I'm going to struggle with the most is how to fill up these farms correctly. I just know it. Because even in my head now, I don't really have a correct idea of how I think... how I think the best layout is for these types of things. Also, I'm going to get another coffee farm while it's still raining. Don't really think we even need the fuel. We'll just try to go with just another farm. Extend that along that way. Gets that up and running. Let's hook up the road here. Just as long as production is storing up all that coffee, that's fine. We have the workers to do it, so let's get cracking. And the water will fill out there, and we can add more to it. Alright, cool. So yeah, actually, you know what? It does matter. So, let's put the wood a bit further down and make use of the space out there. If it's not going to be farmland, we can at least use wood. It seems like this is even fine. Wow. Alright, let's get a warehouse. Just anywhere there. Alright, so that should give us plenty of wood production, because we're just going to keep spamming out houses and things, bringing up that workforce here. Because basically, their happiness is... They need 300 before they even get happiness. They're going to need as well then tortillas. Okay, coffee can get started now, I hope. Reach a new milestone, we can get a hospital. Let's just slam that down, we're probably going to need it. And then coffee. So coffee, I said, was going to be made here. They're going to take in the beans. They've got 7 beans, so we're going to have to just get moving back and forth and get more pretty soon. The other thing I want to do, obviously, is just going to get more houses, more regular houses. So is this still within Hacienda Rage? It actually is. Let's just get a few more Yonalera houses out there. Just a couple. And then maybe turn off something I don't think I'll... I kind of need the bricks, don't I? Yeah. Well, anyway, let's just get... So we need just a bit more wood. We can get cracking on our first schooner. We're going to go fetch more coffee. Stick on the notification bell for them. Make sure you guys hit the notification bell. Alright, cool. Alright, so that's coffee up and running. This place is doing pretty good now for workforce and stuff. We can also get the tortillas up and running, but we need a goat farm. So we've gotten new areas for wood production, 2 new timber. That's fine. This timber area is gone, so that's old news. Let's just keep the road the same, I guess. That fits in there a bit nicer. Alright, cool. So yeah, let's get some goats. He's arriving soon, 5 minutes. Oh, really? It's blocked? I guess so. Oh, it's not that bad. So there's one goat farm. I think we only need... Probably only need one. And we're going to be bringing over corn. I wonder, do we have enough corn to take? Let's turn up their voice. Alright, so 4.5 minutes. We have the silver bar, so that's not really a concern. Oh my god, the speed of his ship. I just realized I probably should have brought some bricks or something out with me. Alright, let's get our first schooner going. That's going to hurt the workforce. Is coffee production moving? It is now. And they're in need... Oh, actually, there's a... We're starting to get out of range of the hacienda, interestingly. I do have your silver, yes. 35 tons. Subsequent success. You've successfully met the second quota within the deadline. Do you simply fulfill it, or will you attempt to negotiate? Make your next delivery sooner, just fulfill it, no effect, or bribe the actuary with cash. Your next delivery deadline will be longer. The choice will make the next delivery easier. Let's do that. How much money is it? 100,000. I think we've got 120 or something, so let's do it. Yes. Okay, right. I mean, it's a little tight, but I think we'll be okay. So what do we need? 60 bars of silver and now 10 tons of silver coins. So for the coins, we need to get bars
Do be aware that
and
the
cow
news
chuck.
quota has been slightly
Jeez.
increased. There
Christ.
were certain unexpected shipping costs.
Man, we're short on wood. We'll have to get that other ship to pick some up over here, actually. So we're looking for more beans. How much time do we have left? 5 minutes. Productivity is so damn slow. How's the fuel situation? None on the island either. Alright, we could take that coffee. And let's take some timber with us, because it's filling up pretty big. Bring that back. A schooner's being made. We'll set up our first trade route now that the ships are moving. Trade from here to there. We're going to pick up, I don't know, some corn. And we'll unload the corn. We're going to pick up maybe a few bricks. And what else? Ultimately, we're going to be bringing back coffee. And that's all. A schooner only has 2 slots, doesn't it? I think. Or maybe 3. I can't remember, actually. It's been so long since I've had one. So let's just leave it like that and see how it goes. That keeps an influx of bricks going over. Bricks is a bit of an awkward one to actually queue up. I don't know if I'll need that. Well, see, I want to build basins, right? So we want to build them during the summer. So we're going to need an influx of bricks over there. And they've got enough wood, so that's okay. We could also build a depot, just so we can store a little bit more in the long term. 15 wood. So we just took a lot of that away. So they've got their goats. They don't have any corn. Ah, man. Did I not bring any with me? I should have brought some corn with me. We'll bring some next... Oh, yeah, that's what the whole route is set up for. So this ship is done in 20 seconds, so that can go on the route straight away. Alright, well, I'm happy enough. You know, things are moving. I'm not saying I'm playing optimally or anything, but things are doing okay. That's pretty nasty. Can we get another one of these? 35 wood again. Now, if we can make that... Oh, yeah, we should make the hot sauce. And then we'll gain a lot more Jornaleros. Oh, sorry, not a farm. We need a brewery, right? So let's go with a brewery. Pop it there, pop another one there. We'll probably need multiple. Hot sauce recipe. It's going to take in the spices. We should have plenty. Don't know how the workforce just flew up like that, but okay. Then the other thing I want to do is get more farms. We can maybe get 2 more. And this is currently on what? Spices. I was going to put it on corn. Also, I just remembered we have a corn farm here not being used. Alright, good. So they don't have tractors or anything, but at least they're able to... And this should have plenty of water stored for future, so that's good. Alright, 99 out of 100. Get over it, it's fine. Yeah. So we'll keep them on spices, seeing as we just put up another cornfield anyway. And then these can do the same. So they just need more wood to get their thing going. But we just dropped some off, so it's good. Alright, we're spiced out of our minds. That hot sauce should start growing fresh Jornaleros. Jornaleros, whatever. Consumer good-wise, how are we doing? Oh my god, it's so bad. The demand is 5 for hot sauce. We're only making 1. So I guess what I could do is we've got plenty of these guys. So let's just pause hot sauce for obreros right now. The demand is still pretty heavy. That's why I feel like in my other Let's Play at the moment I'm doing, it just seems this is barely worth the gain, you know? 3, 6, 9, 12. 120 population to get to get 5 per household. And how many houses do we have? Let me just work this out. So it'd be 5, 10, 20... 150, 180. So the amount of houses I have, it's roughly, by my count, 215. I would get 215 extra population if I could meet the demand of all the hot sauce. To get that much hot sauce, we'd need, I think, 5 buildings. So that'd be 150. So we'd still gain 60-ish residents. At the very least, we gain 30 if I needed to put another one down. So I guess it'll work, but damn, it seems tight.
We're only as good as our last.
Something I'm going to do as well. I guess you can always rotate. Well, we need kind of bricks to be made, actually. How much clay do we have stored? Not much. Too many bricks, though, for the amount of clay we have produced, so we can turn them off. And that one's working, too. Okay.
All have to choose a side.
Did my ship come out? It did. Let's put it on the trade route. It does have 2 slots. Okay.
Ready for assignment.
All right, that's the season over, as it were. Now, how much water do we have stored here? 43 out of 54. So we have a little bit extra stored. Not much. 10 units of water. I want to build some extra foundations, some basins. We're carrying over some bricks now, so we can get rolling on that. I don't really have a plan for this, other than having maybe 2 basins here, connecting them, and then trying to irrigate as much of this area as possible. That's kind of my plan. And I suppose I could just do that. Get some sort of road here that goes... Well, that's not going to work. It would have to be a road at the back of it, wouldn't it? Okay, we'll start with this one, I guess. So it's going to be 90 residents, but that's plenty, we can do that. And we should be able to get the other one going too as well. Now, have we made tortillas yet? What are you missing? Corn? We're bringing the corn over. The ship is bringing it now. The other thing I need to do is make sure we don't ever take all the corn like we just did. So we'll set a reserve amount. I'm not allowed to set a reserve. Huh. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, things are looking pretty good, actually. We're probably short on, various things like tortillas. We just stole corn out from underneath these guys, so I'm surprised the population didn't completely collapse.
What can I do for you?
But that should be more than enough hot sauce now to be able to grow once they all get cooking. Maybe just temporarily I can turn off some things. How's the goats situation? We've got too many goats, so let's just pause the goat buildings just to keep the population happy enough. How's the silver bar situation? Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. All right. I'm actually not losing my enthusiasm for the game. I'm just getting worn down by how difficult this is. All right, so we've got 2 silver smelters up and running now. We have 47 minutes to go to get 60 tons of silver bars and then 10 tons of silver coins. The coins require caoutchouc. We don't have caoutchouc on this island. I think we have to go out to this one, do we? No, this one. So I guess we're going to need the caoutchouc up and running here. So one of these canals is going to have to do that. And I'm trying to work it out. It's very difficult, I find, to work out. The canals would have to come out like here. Obviously, see, the problem is that... I guess I was going to say, sorry, the problem is that, I guess, the way farms work, they can't cross over the canal, so I'm just struggling mentally to picture how this is really going to work. I don't know why it's such a struggle for me. I think ultimately I'll just have to... You'd lose some irrigation area. And work the farms around it, something like that, I guess. Might help, but you could build farms around that way and farms around that way. It's just very close to all this area, which isn't really going to give back that much. It's like kind of some wasted fertilities. I just have to turn... My phone just keeps randomly getting random emails. Not even really for me, it's just notifications. Muting it for now. I usually put it on a focus mode that just mutes it for when I'm recording. So yeah, maybe I'm thinking of moving this out a little bit then. If we're just going to be burning it against the wall there. Doesn't really make sense. So something like that would be better. It's 4 either side, right? So at least that can be used all the way out that way. I heard, people in the comments told me that the oil fields over here don't work. Now they are invisible, so I guess that makes sense. One of them isn't, the other 2 are, so I guess that's bugged. There's no oil out here, so I feel like we're just getting all the oil we can. I suppose what you want to do is keep oil production maxed, so you just get as much as possible out of there. But that's pretty heavy on the unhappiness. So happiness-wise, they're still pretty content though. Maybe we'll put down a few extra police stations, just, you know, keep the peace, as it were. I feel like I'm probably forgetting a million things all the time. Alright, cool. How are we looking? What is this? Make a decision. Seasons of sun glare. The riverbeds grow dry under the glaring sun. The exiles believe they must make sacrifice of water. Embrace the sunlight. Productivity for silver production is 50%. All of the silver production buildings. Or embrace dehydration. What does that mean? This choice will destroy a basin. This will remove all the water from one basin. Or embrace danger.
Production has stopped.
I don't need to save the money. That's fine. Destroy one basin. Oh, it's pretty rough. Remove water from a basin. I could maybe do that. We can wait, though, before we do it. So we can wait until the water's about to empty out. There's 24 minutes. So why not just wait until there's a minute to go, empty out a basin, no big deal, and then when it rains, it'll get it, you know, that's the best time to do it, right? You don't want to do it now, when there's 74 in one of them, perhaps. So yeah, okay. But I guess, yeah, if you're hurting for silver production, I can see why. So what was that warning? There are ruins in the city. Production stopped on a basin. I think that was the other thing we just got. What are you missing? Wood, timber. That should be fine. Oh, this isn't built. That's probably why. They're unloading stuff into it now. That seems fine. 13 minutes to go. Perfect. Want to get another one at the same time. We've got more than enough workers. We've made the tortillas now. They have their goats. They have their corn. Not enough goats, I guess. Probably not enough corn on both islands. Yeah. Okay. Well, we could make more. Leave that there in case. Oops. Alright. I feel like I'm kind of getting control of the situation a little bit more. Ah, fuel. That's the other thing I should really be bringing over instead of bricks. Maybe we can pick up some fuel manually. Do we have any in reserve? We do. Plenty. Let's just leave a little. Alright, bunch of fuel coming over. Gonna help the farms. The farms have been, like, not doing too good without that fuel. Productivity's starting to fall down a bit. I mean, fuel does last a while, but it's obviously run out. So that productivity is just going to start falling now. You would expect. I mean, it's actually not falling. It's at 200. We're getting the 200% from tractors. This tractor barn... Okay, until that reaches 0, I guess. So we have got a little bit of time to deliver the rest of the fuel. We could add the other tractor barn here. Really squeeze the crap out of it. Can't do that now. We're missing bricks. Bricks are on the way. This is fun. I really enjoy this. I feel like I'm like really up against it all the time, but it's just fun. Excuse me. Oh, sneeze. On one of the comments of the recent video, someone was like, "Did you fart on the video?" And it does sound like it, but what I did was I went like this with my mouth. Or something like that, you know, the equivalent. Because I was like frustrated about something. I was like, oh, I want to move here and then there. And then I was like, oh, 2 buildings are on fire. Oh, and someone was like, did you just fart? But got a good laugh on me when I heard it back. I was like, that would be crazy. Because if I did actually fire, I probably wouldn't have heard it with the headphones on and stuff. Oh my god, riot chance is very high. So, we're losing some population by the fact that this is a little far from the hacienda. The hacienda is all the way over here. Kind of needs to be, though, you know? Not sure what it can do about that. We can't pave the roads, either, so we can't extend the range. Increase coffee consumption, increase happiness. What's the coffee consumption right now? We could try that. We can still afford it. So even with just the 1 coffee roaster, that's totally fine. Not saving up as much, I guess, but it makes them happier. So what's the happy situation? Hey, look at this. They're loving life. Absolutely loving life. So we need to make Adelaide and hot sauce. So how's the hot sauce situation? Oh, you know what? I didn't actually check. Do we have enough spices to even be able to pull this off? We do. Yeah, we do. Consumption then of hot sauce right now is 3 to 3. So that's... Yeah, so I just managed to work that out. So this is 150 population working in hot sauce. And the total population we get out of the hot sauce, like I said, was about 220-ish. So if we want to get even more out
something bright.
of the obreros, we get 4 per household. Let me just pause it and try to work that out. So it'd be 4. So let's just count how many houses there are. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. 40 obrero households. Actually, I counted a few extras there by accident, but let's just round it to 40 just to make it easy. So that's 160. You know, 40 times 4, we're going to get 4 per household. So 40 houses, roughly, times 4 is 160. So the question is, how many Jornaleros then do you have to get in place to get that extra out of the Obreros? And is it worth it? Because they could just go straight into Adelaide instead, and that's also 4 per household. So it's actually the same, it's the exact same kind of exchange there. Except the Adelaide will take... What's the recipe of that? Isn't it like sugarcane and stuff? It's sugarcane and corn. We have a load of sugarcane, so that's a good sign, and not much corn. We need another corn thing. Getting very tight now. We have to actually start using the irrigated farms properly. So we're basically out of range. Maybe I can't afford to have more. Let's go all islands and see what's the consumption of fuel. Okay, that's good news actually. We do make a lot of fuel. I'm just worried about putting too many tractors down because obviously you could burn it out. But that can do. We can get a lot more corn out of that then. Nice. Okay, good. Let's just build another one of these. Okay, so what's the reserve in here? Pretty good. You know, lots of water in reserve. Feels good, man. So corn should get a lot better. You know, it's like the equivalent of having three new fields. So we'll go all islands. Corn is still a little low. Maybe we could squeeze them a little bit. Can we do that? Would they mind? They don't seem to mind too much. Turn off the... We kind of need actually the extra bricks. Let's turn that back on. So let me just check out the brick what the brick production is right now. So clay is built up nicely. Turn these buildings back on. Everything's just 1 to 1 now. I haven't sped them up. So they're back to normal. So I guess to really just push it just finely, we can maybe just increase this to 10%. Just catch that up, even those 2 currencies out. Dropping off the fuel here. That should get these guys going again. Should get these guys going as well. Lots of coffee to bring back. So coffee shouldn't run out anytime soon. We don't really have anything in position to get other farms though up and running. I'm going to move this on this side. Excuse me. Yeah, apologies for clearing my throat every now and then because like I said, since I got COVID, it just keeps happening even though I didn't even have a cough. 7 minutes until this is done, the foundations. Do they have everything they need? They actually have all the materials, so that's great. So let's get building another one. Let's start. So they're going to keep needing more bricks, they're going to need more timber, with lots of timber production here. 12 tons per minute. Do they have the raw wood that they need? They actually don't, they're a little short on that. So we could just build another one of those here. Population-wise is good. People are fairly happy, I guess. So we're going to need to work on getting Caoutchouc, right? That's what we need in order to do this quest here. So we've got 36 minutes to go to get 10 tons of silver coins. We have 60 tons. We have the demand for 60 tons of silver bars. We're halfway there. We still have plenty of coke and silver amalgam, which is super interesting, actually, because we can get another one of these. Just slam that building down. Now we're losing some population though, it seems. So what I'm gonna do is try to get a bit more, squeeze a bit more out of the people we have here. Some of them are just out of range of that hacienda, quite far. How far do these reach? That doesn't reach that far, but this is kind of where it needs to be, so we'll just keep it over here. Move the hospitals. Something like that. Alright, move these houses in here. That's just a bit closer over to that hacienda. It might maybe squeeze a tiny bit of population out of them. If not, we can always just start building the regular houses now, right? I suppose. Hope so. I didn't even look at the effects we have. We've got increased productivity for timber. And reduced productivity of all agricultural buildings, which is a shame. Now, population is falling drastically. What are we missing? We're running out of tortillas. It's a bit short on this island.
We're not going far without more hands.
I'm just going to pause some buildings, save some of the workforce, get the foundation of the economy back up and running. We're low on goats. Oh, the goats have been paused for a long time. That's where we got the population from. Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot about that. Oh, no wonder we ran out. Whoops, sorry. I'm sure people caught that and I didn't. So we'll just... yeah, turn off one of the tortilla makers just for a minute. Let them start getting back up to scratch with that. How's coffee? Okay. Coffee can pause be paused as well. Actually, I just realized, again, we could throttle things backwards to make them less happy. So I don't mind keeping coffee going, keeping the workforce in there. It's just that we are producing too much, but now it's a bit more even. And they're a bit happier for it. So that's good. Only slightly. Ah. We're up to 32 bars. Now, what we're going to need to do is start making silver coins. So we got to mix caoutchouc and then mix royal and put on a royal mint. And it takes 2 minutes for every coin. So when there's like, what's that? And we need 10. So when there's 20 minutes, we have to build it at the very least. So in about 6-7 minutes. I'm actually going to set a timer again, so that I know that, like, really we have to get that building down in at least 7 minutes, and then it has to be pretty much uninterrupted. Now, we could always boost it, so there's that, and we could turn off some of the other ones, right? Potentially. So we'll see how that works. Still a bit worried about the economy here. Lacking the tortillas. They're making their first batch. The numbers should start coming back up then when we do that. Corn is fine. Goats are coming up now as well, which is good.
Hey, Baka!
Oh, sorry. Alright. All of those can get working again. This should start getting better. I've kind of messed it up a bit. I suppose what you could turn off is something like... yeah, something like wood or something like that, and that's not too bad then.
You should go sit in the shade.
Let's just turn them off. That gives us the workforce back. That'll get the bottom tier of the economy back up and running. Once they start making tortillas correctly, then the obreros will be fine as well. So a bit of a setback. Mistake on my part, obviously, as many mistakes have been made in this, but could also increase maybe... so let's just... I need to fix some of the economy things here. So let's see. Corn is like way too much, even for both islands, so we can definitely turn that off. We don't need the extra productivity, that's fine. Goats is plus 50% at this point, really. Just make another goat farm. Why can't we build there? Oh, I didn't even see the giant rock in the way, that's why.
Time to develop.
Okay, there's 2 new goat farms there. That should be enough. Excuse me. So that's enough goats. That's good. Is that enough goats for everything? Yeah, even for the other island. Oh, the other island has goats, excuse me. That's enough goats, enough corn. Everything seems fine then. We're low on rum. That's whatever.
An explosion in one of your factories.
Oh shit.
A fire broke out.
Go, 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 go. Alright, so now that that's kind of come back up, we can get the workforce back on these buildings. And there we go. Construction has resumed. So I might change this thing now to stop carrying over bricks. I don't think we need to anymore. And take fuel instead.
Done.
Done.
Adjust the
All right.
sail.
Anything that manually has to come back here? Not really. Good. So that's done. New basin ready to go. Boom. How's this one going? Just needs a few more bricks. The last shipment of bricks is on the way, actually, so that's good. Just check there's nothing here I need to bring over. Is there? Could I bring some wood, maybe? Don't think I need... Yeah, don't think I need to. Alright, good. I feel like I'm kind of getting a few things under control, which is nice. This is probably running very low on water, yeah. That's okay. So this is going to start getting a bit more parched. But at least coffee's still decent. We're able to sustain that one building easily. And this is coming out now, so we can start thinking about Cowchuck. And see how big it is. So where's that going to be? In here? Cowchuck. It's so annoying that you can't put the modules down until you get the water to come up. So I'll cut that there. That should bring the water a bit further. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have left the correct amount. Although I guess not really. Yeah, you could go even further back. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. But it's only going to get worse. So yeah, that's such a damn shame. Because I'd like to just map it, but 144 modules. Yeah, okay. How much I can do? Gonna have to wait until it rains. 9 minutes and then hopefully it will.
Schooner reporting.
Alright, so they got their corn. They've got 45 now. So that seems like plenty. In fact, it seems like too much, right? So maybe just set this down a bit. To 30. And then if that ship gets full, I guess, of coffee... Well, I don't want to ever throw anything overboard. But coffee will probably fill up here eventually. Yeah. Fire vanquished. Good. Got some ruins. That's fine. Let's just get it back. So, can we build atelier? Do we need to do that now as well? We don't have the workers for it. So what's missing? Again, still tortillas. Even with our 3 tortilla factories, I'd be surprised if that's not doing it. We're just a bit short. Okay. Yeah, well, let's pump those numbers up. Oops, sorry. So that's more than enough. More than enough. In fact, let's just go with 40 then. All right, so that should be plenty. I know. Some of these buildings are still off. Timbers in the bank, but not really moving. Bricks are slowing down. We're gonna have to get them moving again. But the numbers are coming up. How are we doing for silver bars? We're at 47. We almost have that 60, but of course we have to change 10 of them into silver coins though. So we need to get 70 in total. What's my timer at? That's my timer pretty much. It's 30 seconds to go. So we got to build that other building now and start to bring it over that Cowchuck. So I have to wait for this 7... Damn. So we'll definitely have to boost it. The silver coins, that is. But we should be able to have the workforce for it. It's 100... It's 80 per... Yeah, so I'll be turning off one of the silver buildings, putting the rest of them in this, and then boosting this building. So So we'll see how that goes. That should be interesting. 35 bricks is needed here. Yeah, they should get that then. Alright. Feels good, man. Feels like I don't know what the next, you know... First of all, I still haven't even paid back that favor that I owed. So I'm worried about that. But I also, I'm also worried about, like, what's the next deadline going to be? This is all very ham-fisted, thrown together very quickly. I'm just doing the bare minimum just to get things moving. And then not really considering, okay, the next tier. It's like, oh god, I gotta, like, redesign, rethink through everything again. The needs of these guys, they have needs for rum. Well, you're never going to get that, sir. Okay? That's not true. Maybe we can actually give it to them. So what do they need? They just need wood, timber, and a rum distillery. And they can just have a rum distillery out here. Why not? Ah, there's no sugarcane here. I'm an idiot. Well, there is the fertility, but they don't actually have any here. But there's loads on the other island. So again, bit of a lazy way of doing it, but let's just bring over a load of it manually. What's fish for?
Why survive?
Oh, it's for the fish stew, isn't it? Yeah. So fish is pretty full too. Again, let's just turn off these buildings then temporarily until we feel like we're getting close to running out of that. 168. Turn on, leave one of them on actually. Really trying to, not, I dare use the word min-max, but really trying to throttle my workforce here as best as I can. Alright, we have the Royal Mint building built. It's going to need 1 silver bar, 1 cowchuck for 1 silver coin. It's going to take 2 minutes for each one. Now, I'm guessing this is going to make them very unhappy doing this. It added -5. Okay, not too bad, actually. Not too bad. Oh, stop. Alright. Feeling good. Feeling good. Positivity. We've got the amalgam. We've got the coke. I don't know how that's managed to kind of keep everything else afloat, but it's doing it. We're kind of low on the base silver ore, though, if we wanted to keep that moving in future. There's so much silver ore on these 3 different islands, I can only imagine, like, you need to use all of these eventually. I don't know how I'm going to get to that point. Let's see. Got to make this decision soon, empty out one of these things. 3 minutes to go. I'm going to set a timer. I'm going to set a timer for 3 minutes. There's 3 minutes 30 to go, and then I'll make a decision. We'll just empty out one of the basins, and that way we get a 50% productivity to silver production, and that should help with the minting process. So we have the base minimum of 10. Oh, I suppose we could have been making cowchuck then. I forgot about that base minimum. All right, let's go. Totally forgot about that. I just assumed it had some from before. And this is going to get 10 as well. And combining those two, that's not too bad, actually. Right, so let's just connect this up. Get some tractors in there. Well, is that going to make any difference? No, because we can't use all the modules anyway. Well, it might make a difference to productivity. Slightly. 10 bricks. Should have brought some bricks with me, damn. Do we have enough to make another schooner? No, we need more sails, for which we need linseed. Which we can get over on this island, if we could just, yeah, make more fertile area. How's the basin here doing? Managed to work that one out actually pretty well. We're just down to 40, almost going to even itself out. What's the situation with coffee? Coffee has 100. Nice, so that's actually going to last quite a while. I guess I was producing too much of it. 6 when we only consume 2. So yeah, one of those fields could maybe change then to linseed, like this one. And that way we could then use that linseed to make some sails and get some more ships up and running. I don't think I'm going to make ponchos or anything, but it's needed to make linen. This looks really nice. Cowchuck. What was that? Game saved? Okay. Workforce here is loving life. They're fine. Still haven't opened up more obreros to other things.
Don't get me started on the conditions.
The conditions. I love how he says that. Alright. Still waiting on the cowchuck. So drop off the sugarcane. That's everything you need to start making rum. That's going to give us... I don't even need the workforce here. Let's just pause that. I'll build up some rum when I need the workforce so we can release it. How good is that? Nothing goes to waste. Can't drop that off, actually. Speaking of nothing goes to waste. But I'm going to wait for a little bit of caoutchouc to build up. We only need like 2 caoutchouc just to get the silver mint going, actually thinking about it. And this could be built, can't it? Don't know if I should take away the... Yeah, they've got what they need. Alright, drop it in there. Give me 2 caoutchouc. There's one. And there's our other basin ready to go. Cut the thing there. Need to make the decision on that quickly. Remove all the water from one basin. It's this one. Went down to 10. That's okay though. We had loads of coffee. This is perfect.
Inspire their fervor. Let the water be spilled.
Go, 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 go. Flood. So we need more bricks to get the tractors up and running. That's okay. Give me that caoutchouc. You've still only got 1. Drop it off, man. You're taking ages. A ton of caoutchouc. How long does it take to move a ton of stuff? Mere seconds, I would argue. How are we doing for the deadline? 20 minutes to go. Remember, the building has to be up on the 20-minute mark, although that extra 50% productivity should help us tremendously. Alright, let's take the other caoutchouc. That just gets the ball rolling. Then we're going to go over here. We're going to put the thing on. We're then going to pick up... Make sure we pick up... bricks and bring it back. Bricks production is kind of slowing down a bit, isn't it? 'Cause clay is probably... No, that's okay. Alright, fair enough. Alright, hope everyone's following along. I know I'm darting around a lot, but things are... I'm actually pretty stoked. I think things are looking pretty good. We need 70 bars in reserve. And then we can do that deal. Now, I don't know... Oh, we're about to hit the next... it's about to start raining. Heavy monsoon. Love to hear it. What does that give us? Chance of fire negative. Productivity goes offline for the leechers. That's actually quite interesting. I forgot about that. Silver ore just stops. Okay, that does change things. And productivity negative 20% for fisheries. And it's pretty bad even for the agricultural. Oh my god. So a heavy monsoon is not nice. Now, what's the situation? Well, we've got enough in reserve that these buildings are still going to keep making the... Yeah, so we're fine. We're fine. It's fine. Making good money as well. I hope I can bribe that guy again. Unless he wants 200,000 this time. Did I not take the caoutchouc? Are you kidding me? That is a massive screw up on my part. I am so sorry. I didn't take the caoutchouc with me. I don't know why. Anyway, it doesn't matter, I guess. Well, it does, actually. Alright, so the water's coming back out. We're flooding the zone again. Turn this off. We've got plenty of coffee. We're going to cut this. And I'm just going to move this over there. This is going to be linseed. We have the linseed farm here. Get your tractors there. No, actually, oh my god, I just realized we need to bring bricks. We need to bring bricks.
We are but servants to our respective...
Ah, so many things to kind of remember. I'm so sorry. Right, well, good news anyway is we can get some linseed going here. That means we can get some linen going as well. And we're just waiting for this to kind of rain, fill back up. These are doing well. They've combined. So this can actually move back now. Love the sound of that rain. It's so good. Right, I'm just trying to work out then how much have we got? 28 out of 56. That goes at 1, 2, 3. About there? Just cut that. We don't need that for a moment. What the hell's going on? I'm not holding shift. We've gone way over the module limit. Oh, because of this, is it? Maybe? Alright, 50 bricks on the way. That has taken so much longer than it needs to. But at least Caoutchouc is building up. We got 5 here now. In fact, just take some with you. Take some with you. You can do it. Alright, the schooner's got it. So at least it's not going to take as long as it could have. 15 minutes to go, though. It's going to be very close on whether or not we get these 10 things minted.
By these winds. They need guidance.
High winds from the monsoon are roaring across the island. The people believe them to be angry howls of the mountain itself, or the monstrous lord of its deepest caverns. Force them to work anyway. Productivity increase 50%, negative 5% happiness. Chance of riots, though. Reduced consumption of chewing gum. Increased happiness by 5. A votive offering. Productivity 50%. Happiness 5. Chewing gum reduced by 50%. No way. There's no way I would offer 50 silver bars for that. I'll probably go with this. I'm not going to do it right now, though. We need the productivity. We've got 15 minutes to make that choice. Alright, the ship is on its way. We've got the bricks coming up here. That's going to let us get the tractors. This thing is still in operation, though. So I'm just not sure what this number is going to go up to. Because we can get another one. So let's just build another one here. Just get it doing something while we're waiting. Let these keep stacked. Oh my god, they've actually... Is that how much they have? 80. Oh, because it's a heavy monsoon. I guess it's filling really quick. Nice. That's really good. That's really awesome. Oh, I never built that.
No fields, no work.
Might turn off blueprint mode because I'm just making mistakes with it. Is that it? 144. Okay, cool. So that's Caoutchouc. We're Caoutchouc'd out of our minds. To be honest, I don't even think I need 2 of them. Really thinking about it. Especially if we put tractors on them. I'm really not thinking ahead that carefully. Alright, the bricks are almost here. We delivered our first batch of Caoutchouc. That means we got to turn on the silver mint. We're going to throw their productivity up. It's already up 50%. Should potentially go very high then, I think, with the embracing of the sunlight. Excuse me? In island storage, 33 silver coins. Here I am freaking out about making them. Did we also get them given us as a gift before? We might have. Maybe it gave us bars and coins and we have to pay that back later and it's going to be a nightmare. That could be the case. Oh, I don't think we've seen the end of how that's all going to shake out. 80 bars. Oh my god, I was just about to turn them off. Okay, well, apparently we have it already, so that's weird. So I guess I'll focus on trying to fix the economy then. Knowing that we're going to hit this deadline, so that's fine. That's good to know. Gives me a little bit of breathing room for a while. Okay, so we dropped off the bricks. Let's just build this. Let's then build this. So these are filling up nicely. So I could build this in a bit more of an organized fashion, I think, soon. Kind of like I've done here. This one looks pretty good. Combining those two is a good idea, I think. And we've saved up a lot. This is a lot of water. So I guess we could make even more. And even get the coffee going again. If I really wanted to on the other side, right? So what does that go? It goes all the way up to 216. It's quite a lot. But that's like super amount of Caoutchouc. Doesn't really make sense putting this on that because I don't think there's any demand for that much Caoutchouc. Even if you had a huge amount of silver up and running. But either way. It's all good. So yeah, let's just cut that now. Let's cut that. So it's 4 out. Yeah, it's really interesting. It's covered a lot very quickly. This just needs to be reorganized because it's such a mess now. It's not very efficient in terms of how we're irrigating things. But that's giving me so much water, actually. The interesting aspect of that is that... what am I trying to say? That maybe, like, I'm being really careful with how much I want to use all my irrigated tiles, but really it seems like if it rains like that in future again, you could store up so much in a basin that you could just pull it out here and then really, you know, it doesn't matter if you're all the way up to the edges and losing a few tiles, I think. Alright, just continue working that building at least. Alright, and we can turn that linen into sails and get another ship up and running. So we have a linen mill here. Linseed into linen. Sails. So we can make the sails here, actually. Be nice. And then we'll just bring over the sails and build ships when we need them. We don't need that many, so that's good. We might in future, I don't know. Alright, so that's the situation. So we got some farms up and running, multiple basins going. They're filling up, which is nice. For the long haul. The island's actually filling up big time, so we might need to make use of some space out on this one soon. We can also get some bricks out there. We're having problems with certain things, though. Tortillas again. Are you kidding me? We have more than enough on both islands, but they're not fully up and running. Something's wrong. They're missing goods, missing goats. What's the situation with goats? Goats is 5 to 8. Don't understand why it would be so low. Oh, the productivity is down because of the saturated soil. Well, we can just match that, can't we? 35. Get it back up and running. Still a bit short, so we can boost that just a bit further. Okay. Music's all calm now and everything. How are we doing here? Oh yeah, still the riot's still kicking off.
Trying to make the best of the situation.
So we're starting to make the silver coins at least, which is kind of neat. But yeah, I guess now the plan is going to be that let's really raise the population. It's going to be difficult though. I guess we'll have to start making regular houses with a market and everything. Maybe moving some of this production. Oh, we do have that already. We have regular houses here. I forgot about those guys. Totally forgot about them. Yeah, maybe use some of this terrain as well. But I think that's going to have to be it for this episode. Do we have to hand in anything soon? Nope, 7 minutes, 8 minutes. So it looks like we're going to hit that deliver. We have 60 tons. We have 10 tons. It looks like we were given 30 tons of coins through that secret stash we got from the message. If that is the case, that means whatever we have to pay back in future is going to be nasty. And I don't want anyone telling me what it's going to be. I want to just find out. But at least we've got the caoutchouc here now. We can actually set up, just last thing I'll do is on this trade route. Yeah, pick up caoutchouc and bring that back, right? Good. And we seem to be taking an appropriate amount of fuel, because it's not like filling up in either place. So that's good. We seem to be taking too much corn. So we can just wind that back a bit. Normally you can set reserves, but I'm not allowed to for some reason. So it's just the way it is. Yeah, so soon we want to get ready with making another... Like, this is the area with all the big farmland. So it'd be nice with these basins. Oh my god, that's so full. So now we can really smash this basin out here and get some more stuff going. So I guess that's what I'm going to be working on the next one. So I'll just pause it. Maybe build another basin as well, and they can combine and store up more water in the next season. Yeah, okay. I feel like a little bit more secure and a bit more in control. I know it's really hectic and messy, but I feel like I'm doing it. I don't know. But I have no idea how many deliveries and stuff there are. So I don't know where this all ends and how bad or good the seasons are going to get in future. But it can't be just that, right? It can't just be. It must be like deliver, 300 coins by the end of it or something crazy, I bet. So we might have to do a bit more of a reordering then here. The hacienda has kind of reached its limit of the houses that can be affected. So we need more regular houses and more regular obreros. And then to really pick and choose where things should go. In terms of amenities for those guys, and then move a lot more of the production out over this way, just so that everything's off where it should be, because we need more land for our people. The same with here, like I don't really think we can get more than that. The workforce out here is actually pretty great, so that's good, and we can save up some of the wood, maybe offload the wood to an island like this, or something like that, might make a bit more sense. All right. That's going to be it for this episode. I'm loving this scenario. It's really good fun. And like I said before, if I fail it or whatever, we'll just keep going. I won't reset the series back to episode 1. We'll just, keep going. Episode 10, the new start or whatever, and we'll try it again. That's if I fail. Who knows? I might make it somehow. All right, so that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, thank you very much for watching, and remember, if you want to support this series directly, you can click the join button to become a channel member. Doing so will get your name in the credits, as well as loyalty badges and emotes to use in the comments. If you don't see the join button, it means the video is being copyright claimed, but you can still join from the channel page on desktop. You can also link your account to our Discord to get a special role on there that will give you access to the Senate House and a few other perks.